2000, we bought an abandoned 100-acre farm in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. We spent years cleaning it up, built a new house, and now are trying to make it a functional homestead farm. Welcome to Red Tool House. Hello everybody, welcome back to Red Tool House. In this video, we're in the woods and we're at the beginning of a big project that we want to take on. And this project is going to span, probably take me most of the year. We'll see how it goes, the way my luck goes. But we'll document it as we go along versus some of our other projects we try to do all at once and then make one video of. But I'm here in the woods right now with the tractor. And we have, as many of you know, the way our land lays here, 100 acres is very hilly, has a lot of elevation changes, and it's probably 95% wooded. So we have these roads or trails that get us back to different parts of the property. Well, I'm on one of our main roads right now that lets us access our south side, what we call the south ridge of our valley. And it was one of the logging roads that was put in when we had this log 17 years ago, and it's undergone a little transformation with erosion. In West Virginia, we always have issues of erosion because we get tons of rain and it always comes off our mountains quick. So you can see here, what we have is, this is our road, actually right there where Cam is coming down, that's the road. So you can see I've got a small stream coming down this little watershed, and it's starting down my road, and it's actually going right underneath the camera where the camera's sitting. And that's an issue, but at least it's off to one side. It's not that big of a deal. Ideally I would want to have a ditch to this side, and then where it crosses the road, put a defined water bar in that slows the water down so it doesn't erode away, or even put a small culvert, small piece of pipe. Really, again, there's not a lot of water here. In the summertime, it doesn't even run. It's just these times a year where we get a lot of rain, it washes us out. But you can see the real big issue is this water coming down here. You can see there's another stream, another watershed where Camlin is up there, where the water's coming down. It's really eating this road out, so it's making it unsafe to drive up with a tractor or the side-by-side. So let's go up there and check that out some more. Okay, so this next, you can see the tractor down there, that's where we just were. Well, right here is where more water's coming right down the road, and it's just gotten in a rut, and of course it's eroded that. This is pretty deep. This is up to my knees in erosion. So the reason why this is an issue, of course, is it's coming right down the road, and its source, turn and look here, it's still staying in the road, is another watershed, small watershed right here. Well, again, got to get this water off the road. There used to be a water bar, actually right where the dog is, used to be a water bar, and that water bar is gone. And if we could get that water dumped off to the side in the creek, it wouldn't be going down and cutting such a ditch. But you can see right here, this is really bad, because this is where, as we come through with the side-by-side of the tractor, I have no way to go around this. So I have to drive through this washout here, and that's getting a little squirrely. So I don't like driving through it. I don't like anybody else driving through it. So we're going to try to repair that today with a tractor using a box scraper. So we'll get to work on it here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get in position. And to deal with this water, first and foremost, we need to deal with it at the highest point. Get it stopped there, get it redirected. this is where we want our water bar to be. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Good news is I got my water bar in. You may think this is the ugliest water bar I've ever seen, and you would be correct. It is still way too muddy. There's still way too much water coming off this hill. I started to scrape with my box scraper just on the road, and started seeing water come out, like it just scraped scabs off. Water came pouring out. So it's our ground is still so saturated from all this excessive rain we've had in February that trying to do any earthworks this early is kind of futile. But at least it's doing what I wanted to do. The water's still coming off here, but it's turning and going down into this watershed. This is 2 days later from when I was running the tractor, because we've had rain since then, believe it or not. But it is doing what I want here initially. It's moving this water to the side at least and getting it out of the way. I need to come in and dress this up, obviously fill in these holes. But right now, any dirt that I'm moving really just becomes mud. It's really too early to try to do this, but I'm glad I at least got the water pointed. Well, now for the bad news. The bad news is my tractor's dead. It is, we were just finishing up right before dark trying to grade this down. You can see this ditch I was trying to fill in, just getting to where I was starting to get some loose material to put into this ditch. And the tractor started running real oddly and sputtering. And before I could get it headed to the house, it conked out on me. So that's what I'm working on now. So again, that's just one of those things. You think you're going to come do a project and get it done in no time, and before you know it, you not only don't have the project done, but you're working on something else and the cost associated with that. I'm hoping, I believe, my situation is where I've had this tractor on some pretty steep inclines to do this project. Maybe had a little bit of water in my diesel. It's gotten down into the fuel filter. It's gotten into the system. That's what it seems like. It just seems like it's got really lousy fuel in it. So I think it may have a little bit of water in there. So I'm going to pull the fuel filter off, drain some of the garbage out of the bottom of the tank, and see if that can get us going again. So that's what we're dealing with here. So I won't bore everybody with the details of working on my tractor. But obviously I'll post some updates as to what I was able to do to get it working. But again, the game plan, I don't know if I really described this at the beginning of the video. This is kind of a systematic process here. I want to get this road in a condition that we can easily come up here, that I would feel safe with the boys driving the side-by-side up here, or Kelly driving the side-by-side up here. Obviously a ditch like that, not going to happen. So I want to get this road safe so I could get up here and start working on our slip. If you want to know more about our slip, just check out this video here. But the bottom part of the slip where the trees have been blocking the road, we're ready to start cutting those trees out and getting that road open back up, because the overall plan, the big plan for this year, is to make this whole side to my left here all pasture or woodlot access for the pigs. So we're standing on what would be considered the westernmost portion of this pasture. This road here is halfway up my valley, and it's the western portion of it, and we want to try to get all of this fenced in with electric so we can let the pigs in here. So this road is very important, not only to be able to travel, but this will be the edge of our fence. So I want to make sure it's as clean as possible, and we can get it to where we can easily drive around the entire pasture without having any issue or threat of life. So that's what we're working on. Well, if you hadn't gotten a chance to, be sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And check out our website, redtoolhouse.com, where you can sign up for our e-newsletter and just get additional updates, blog posts, those type of things in your inbox. So appreciate everybody watching, and take care, everybody.